Good morning. Do you guys know what today is? Brock, do you know what today is? Today's the day. We're going to get our planter. So I have a parts list here. There's stuff on it. And we're going to go get the oil and the stuff that we need to finish up the sprayer. And while we're there, we're going to pick up a tractor and a planter, and we're going to bring them home, which I'm excited about. So, let's go. All right, we have made it to John Deere dealer. We have a pile of manuals and stuff there for a new planter and some cylinder stops. I keep forgetting to bring them the pile of manuals for the old planter. Oh well, they'll get them eventually. So our tractor is done. It is out here. It has, I mean, it's fully functional. It'll be fine. So, but I'll show you the one little issue that we still have with it. That's nothing we can do about it right now. And we're gonna get a planter hooked up. They're moving a combine, but we're gonna drive the tractor over there and get this hooked up. And Brock's gonna take my truck home. We got a bunch of oil in the back too. All right, here's our tractor, and well, they got the wheels turned like this so that we can see what kind of the problem is. So there's less of a gap between them than there used to be. They basically had to move this tire out a little bit so that it doesn't hit back there when it's turning, because we can turn it farther now. Our steering stops are in a different position. Anyway, the problem is that this fender is going to hit the frame and is going to hit this tire. We're not turned quite all the way yet, and the more you turn, the more that's going to rub. So, that's probably a little bit of an issue. The solution to it is to move this tire out, which we don't really want to do because then it will be wider than the duals on the back. But when we get the new barrel for the cylinder and they change that, it'll go back to how it is. So what you don't do is turn all the... that's not much. It doesn't rub by much. I don't know. It should be okay as long as you don't turn it fully. Then you don't really have much to worry about. So you just gotta know how to drive it, kind of thing. But all right, let's go over and get our planter hooked up. The roads are not as good up here as they were back at home. I'm a little like, I probably should have not done this today and waited till tomorrow, but it'll be okay. We'll be fine. They parked a combine in front of the planter since we were up here last, and apparently it's a little cold and not gonna start real well. So I think they're getting it jump started. It'll be okay. I probably should have called them and warned them that I was coming, but there was nothing parked in front of it the other day when I was up here, so I didn't think that would be an issue. All right, here's what we're after. They've gotten everything else started. We just got to back them out of the way, and we can come hook it up.
Here we are. Let's see if he can hook it up. I got the planter yesterday, my first try. I don't know. Big planter, first time. Here he comes. Oh boy. First of many times. And he didn't get it. I think I should be running the planter. I know how to hook it up. He finally got it. Takes 4 guys to hook up a new planter, but we'll get it home today. Roads aren't as good as what we thought up here, but down home they're dry, so we'll get it home. Get to play with it a little bit.
Check it out, check it out. It's our new corn planter and it's following me home. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh yeah.
And here he is. He's excited. He's got a trip down to the farm there, just pulling it out of the shop here. There it is, 8335R that just got fixed, front tire, and the new 24-row high-speed corn planter with a lot of fancy parts on it. We're gonna see him back at the farm. I gotta go pick up some seed plates. The bean plates came in for it, so I'm gonna go back up to the shop there and pick them up. But then we'll meet Nathan back to the farm.
It's home, and it's lunchtime, and I'm hungry, so I'm going to eat. Oh boy, Brock got all of our soybean bowls, so we can plant the beans with the new planter. So that's what those are. We got oil for the hubs. Oh yeah, we got to change the oil in the hubs yet too. And then we've got the hydraulic oil. So he's going to work on changing hydraulic oil here, and then yeah, you'll have to read in the book, but I imagine we've got to drive it so that. No, yeah, we got to drive it so this is up. Then you drain here and fill to this level, and yeah, so we'll have to be able to spin it. This one's close, but yeah, you could probably do that one. So anyway, he's gonna work on that. I'm gonna go get some food. He stopped on the way home. I couldn't do that in the tractor. We've got a little light reading to do for a few days here, so I'm getting started. I've made it to page 40B10. We're learning how to install the ExactEmerge seed meters and all about the meters. And well, to be honest, I'm gonna need a nap if I keep reading, so we're gonna go see what else is going on for a little bit. I did start on page 15-1, which, you know, those numbers don't mean anything, but that stuff is all safety information. We don't need that. Also, I know John Deere thinks that putting things in bold print makes it stand out, like this is really important. All it does is make me skip it and not read it, because it doesn't actually tell me anything, usually. And they repeat things over and over and over again. It's okay. All right, we'll come back to that. Oh, nice cold Dr. Pepper. Oh, yeah. Need a little caffeine to get going again here. All right, Brock has been working on our sprayer. He got the hydraulic oil changed, which is not actually hydraulic oil. It's used as hydraulic oil, but it's 10-weight engine oil, or 10W30. And he's changing the hub oil in all of these hydraulic drive motors on the tires. Like that. Anyway, it's thick, heavy oil. We use 85-140 in these, and each one of them takes a gallon. So how many more you got to do? This one. Yeah, got the other two done. Got to do these two. So the problem is you got to have the tires aligned just right, and this one needs to be pulled forward just a little bit. So he's got the doors open so we can kind of drive it right through there to get them where they need to be. These tires have a very large rolling circumference, so the markers or the booms are through the door there, but I bet that if we tried to go the other way, this tire would not get back down before we would be out the other door. So it's kind of what you have to do. Okay, well, we'll let Brock finish this up. I'm going to go out and we're going to unhook the 8R from that new planter, because we're going to bring that planter in the shop as soon as we're done, and this is the last thing we've got to do here. And we cannot unfold that planter with the tractor that we have it hooked up to. We have to use the 8RX. So we're going to switch some stuff around, and then we won't even be able to leave the 8RX hooked up, but we'll probably just put it in the back of the shop here. So we're going to do that. All right, I put the parking stands down. I unhooked the wires that we had, mostly for warning lights, and we opened these up. We should be able to just set that down. Yeah, and this tractor is free. Needs a bath again, but that's okay. And we'll swap them. I really wish it was 20 degrees warmer out when I'm working on this stuff. Spring is coming, just not quickly. Oh yeah. Let's get this one fired up. Let's see, hit our battery. There we go. Oh, it's so pretty, clean. Oh, it still smells like a new tractor. Beautiful. Warm yourself up. So the reason that this 8R will not unfold that planter is because it does not have a Gen 4 display in it. So this new planter has what they call Easy Fold, which basically is a system that allows that planter to be folded, and all those functions that are on that fold box that we had to get out of here for the bean planter, they're all done through the monitor now, which is convenient and super handy, and I really like that feature. Except you have to have a Gen 4 monitor, which we do not in this tractor. And so while I'm not 100% sure whether I could use our 4240 monitor, that Gen 4 4240, the smaller one, if that would work or not. But that's in the 9R, and I didn't feel like getting it out. But the 4600 that's built into the armrest on the 8RX is a Gen 4 monitor and will work for what I want to do. So, you know, we're using that tractor to pull the planter anyway. That's the one I want to have it hooked to and figure all this stuff out. I can't leave it hooked up in the shop because I don't have enough room. But we're going to use that to put it in there, and then, yeah, we'll go from there. You ever wonder what the equipment thinks of stuff when you're like introducing them to each other for the first time? Like, if I was that planter, I'd be like, oh heck yeah, an 8RX is gonna pull me. That's sweet. And if I would be at the 8RX, I would be thinking like, oh, we got a new planter. This is way better than that one I pulled last year. Like, sweet. Okay, I have to focus because we're trying to hook up a planter. What a sweet planting rig. All right, we got to get all the hoses hooked up, and I would show you how to hook all the hoses up, but I really don't know at this point. I've got to figure this out, so I'm going to do it this time, and I'll show you guys the next time. Okay, I believe we've got everything hooked up. We've even got a implement profile, equipment detected, Seed Star 4 planter, 60-foot track spacing. Oh, well, I don't know what it did. Yeah, okay. It's got all kinds of stuff because it's sensing the brake controller for the fertilizer systems. That's why it thinks it's a sprayer. We'll set all this stuff up later. I just want to be able to get it unfolded right now. Yeah. Okay, we're going to go ahead and see if we can't get this thing unfolded and figure this out. So there's an easy fold button here. I'm going to go manual control because this is the first time, and I just want to figure it out. So as much as I want to film this for you guys and show it to you how the process works, I need to just figure it out, and I will show you when we're unfolded. Oh, we're doing it. It's unfolding. I feel like our tractor should be rolling a little more. Really pushing those wing wheels, but I got it in neutral. That's how you're supposed to do it. So the planter looks so bare on the wings with no markers out there, but it's enormous. Oh my gosh, this thing is huge. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. Okay, we got it unfolded. Oh, it's so cool. Oh man. Ignore the snow piles and look at that sweet planting outfit. Oh, let's get our thumbnail. Yeah. All right, let's just walk around everything, take a look. We'll fold her back up, and we are going to put it in the shop. Brock is done with the sprayer. He is moving it out as we speak. Oh man, just the tractor is so pretty. There was a little out of phase when I first got it unfolded. These wing wheels had settled a little bit. Something we'll watch. Obviously, we need to do a little washing. It got dirty on the way home and the way to the dealer, to be honest, before it was already a little dirty. So But we're gonna put it in the shop and worry about all of that. There's a lot of rows on this planter. There's a lot of rows. Yeah! Oh, I'm so excited. It's not gonna let me use the easy fold on here until I get some more stuff set up with the planter profile and the automation stuff. It'll work. We got some setup to do anyway, so we'll just fold it manually. Which basically I push the buttons on there instead of the fold box that we used to have with the old planter. So it just eliminated one of the things I have to mount in the cab. Yeah. Just like that. Okay, let's see if we can make the turn into the shop. I'm a little skeptical. We are in the shop. We are partially unfolded. I turned it, went the other way because I got a little more room here than I do on that side to get these wings out. Plenty of room to walk through here, work on stuff. We're gonna go ahead and unhook it so we can get the doors closed. And we'll just pull our tractor forward a little bit there so it's easy to grab next time we want it. But this should work. We can sit here for a week or two while we work on stuff. Sweet. It fits.
Yeah, we don't need a bigger shop now.
Hey, we got some meters to wash. He's like, I don't care. I'm not coming back this week. Have fun. Jerk. No, it's all right. We're going to give it a overall bath here. That's probably all we're going to get done today because I want to wash this stuff off, that salt and stuff, before we start taking meters apart because I'm sure it got under stuff, but theoretically it's all on the outside and we can just wash it down. Okay, well, we're looking some stuff over, trying to figure some stuff out. We've got more questions than answers at the moment. Like, for instance, why is there an RTK antenna on this planter? That's what that thing is. Looks like to me anyway. That's an RTK antenna. Why is it on here? What does it do? I don't know. Also, what we do have an answer on is that tank is plumbed into the John Deere fertilizer system, the exact rate fertilizer system. And I do know that the exact rate fertilizer system, which is the lower of the two stainless bars here, wet booms, is tied to the in-furrow nozzle. It is this one. So that is good. That's exactly how I want that. I do not need to change anything there. That's what we want. The question mark becomes, see this hose laying up here on the front that's going down the tongue on the other side there? That's where they were drawing their 2x2x2 fertilizer from, the saddle tanks on their tractor, okay? And so the question becomes, do I mount a tank, front mount tank on my tractor and use that? Do I put another tank on the planter frame here, eliminate that hose, replumb it up to the tank that would be sitting here, and then just most of it's going to come from the tank that I'm going to pull. I'm going to pull the tank regardless because I can't carry enough volume on the planter or the tractor to eliminate that unless I had the exact rate tanks on my tractor, which I don't want. I don't want them. They're too bulky, obtrusive, too much weight. I just don't want to do that. I have my reasons. So we're going to pull our tank behind us, which is fine. We can do that. It'll work great. But I need to have at least a little bit of both products carried with me so that I can unhook that tank to plant my plots, to plant small fields for whatever reason, and still put the fertilizer on. So that's where I'm thinking a 300-gallon tank here or a 300-gallon tank on the tractor. I was pretty heavily leaning towards one on the tractor until the last couple of days. I'm kind of back to, let's put it on here. We've got room. We've got room basically from there to where this other tank is to put a tank in there. It should be plenty for a 300-gallon tank. I mean, it's not that big. It shouldn't take up that much room. We just got to find one and make sure it fits. So I had talked to somebody yesterday about it. I know I've got a few options. I'm just trying to find one that I like, that fits the best, that blends in the best, and doesn't look like tacky and somebody added it on after the fact that looks terrible. You know what I mean? I'm not going to put a Case IH red and gray tank on here. I'm not going to do it. It's going to look right. Okay, well, we've been doing some figuring, and I'm trying to figure out specs for a tank on here, and just trying to figure some stuff out. But this thing is dirty, and we are going to clean it up. I'm not letting that salt sit on there, so mixing up some foam. We're going to go ahead and foam it and rinse it and spend a little bit of time cleaning. Brock's sweeping floors or something. I don't know. So I'm going to wash here for a while. There's a lot of electrical stuff that I don't want to get too close to, but whoa, why are we slipping? Okay. I got a lot of dirt off of this, more than just salt. We got a lot of dirt. So, I'm not saying it's clean yet, but I'm saying it's a lot better than it was, and clean enough, we'll let things dry out and maybe start taking some stuff apart. So, I don't know how much exactly we have to do to this. I know there's a few setup things to get it the way I want it. You know, obviously we've got a tank to get on. We've got an implement receiver mast for a GPS receiver. Although this RTK thing here baffles me. Unless that's for something else, but maybe they already had one on there and they took it off. I don't know. But we've got the mast. All we got to do is get that put on, and then we need to go through the row units and just figure everything out, check them, make sure that everything's good. They need to be washed inside, you know, just like we did with the bean planter. They're not supposed to be stored with the plates in them. They're not supposed to be stored with tension on the brush belt. These did get that way. Nothing I can do about it except for go through and check everything and make sure that they're adjusted as best we can. Clean this kind of dust and dirt out of them. And we've got to adjust our gauge wheels and lots of stuff that we just need to go through and make sure everything's set how we want it. Check the contact area on the openers, all of that kind of stuff. So that's the plan for the next week or two, I suppose. I've gotten some more reading done. We're up to page 60B1 now. Liquid fertilizer exact rate systems. You get to skip a lot of this stuff that doesn't apply. Like for instance, the last few pages here have been about, ground drive fertilizer pumps, which I do not have, so don't need to read about them. But all right, it is after 5. I'm going home. Thanks for watching today. Subscribe to the channel. You're gonna want to subscribe to the channel because we have a 24-row high-speed corn planter and what do we call it? 8RX. Oh yeah, we have an 8RX that we're pulling it with. It's a sweet setup. You guys are gonna want to see it this spring in the field. I know you guys. I know you are. I mean, come on. I'm pretty dang excited for this. I think this is gonna be awesome. So I've got a lot of things that I need to talk to you guys about this, about why we picked this planter, what specifically that I like about it, how this planter is set up exactly, what makes the way that this is set up better than others, what I would change and want to maybe upgrade in the future on this planter, all kinds of stuff, but we'll get there. And the other thing I want to talk about, this has got a different fertilizer system, very different than what we're used to or what we have been using. And why is that an advantage? I want to talk about fertilizer placement with you guys and why I think that this is going to be better. So we may have some videos where we talk more on the agronomic side of stuff and why this planter is going to help us than we do on showing you what I'm actually doing to it, because a lot of what we're going to be doing over the next week is going to be pretty repetitive. So, but yeah, this is exciting. So what is today? I think today is the 14th. Is it Pi Day? Something like that. Maybe it's the 15th. I don't know. But 2 years ago, in the spring of 21, I planted some corn, or not corn, I planted some soybeans on March 17th. That's not looking too likely right now. It is very cold outside. It is very wet out in the fields. I will plant beans the second that I feel like we can get across the ground right now. Like, I am ready to go. We got to treat some beans, but we can do that quickly. So, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. But the weather's got to cooperate a little bit. We got too much snow on the ground right now. It's too cold. So you never know. But planting season could start anytime. I wouldn't do a lot, but I would do some. And anyway, so yeah, have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching this one. Come back tomorrow. We'll be working in here on this planter. Brock's done for the week, so it'll be a while before we see him again. But we've got plenty that we can do, and I'm excited. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. Oh, I have one more thing. Hold on. Yesterday, I teased you guys a little bit with a how much does it cost thing, right? You guys remember that? We were working on our 1790 planter, and oh shoot. And there's that hydraulic valve block on there that I was questioning. How much does this cost, you guys? And I didn't tell you. I told you I was going to tell you, so I'm going to tell you. Right there it is, that block, number 9, and we come over here to number 9. There's your part number. 16.5. Ouch. And that's just the block. That doesn't include all of the valves and stuff that's in it, I don't think. So, yeah, we're not replacing that. We'll look around for the blown O-rings, but that's not the answer. See you tomorrow.